Stop overpaying for the wrong things. Are you paying $30, $50, maybe even $100 a month for WordPress hosting and you don't even know what you're paying for? Maybe your site's still slow. Maybe you're scared to update plugins. Maybe support sends you links instead of real help. In this video, I'm going to share with you what actually matters in WordPress hosting and what's just marketing hype. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and whether you're wasting money or not. And I'll keep this simple, just straight talk. Before we jump in, I'll put a simple hosting checklist in the pinned comment below. You can use it to compare your current host in less than 5 minutes. Now let's break this down. If we haven't met, I'm Rob McDonald, and I help small business owners like you be successful with their WordPress websites. Most hosting advice online is made for developers, not for small business owners. They talk about server stacks, PHP workers, container scaling, and cloud clusters. You don't need any of that. If you run a service business, a coaching business, a local shop, or even an online store, you need 4 things: speed, backups, security, and support. That's it. Hosting should reduce stress, not add to it. So let's start with speed. Speed matters for 2 big reasons. First, Google cares. Slow websites rank lower. Second, people care. If your site takes more than a few seconds to load, visitors are going to click away. And when they leave, you lose sales. Here's the truth. You don't need the fastest server in the world. You need consistent speed. Look for SSD storage. This stands for solid state drive. Look for built-in caching. Look for a CDN, which is included. SSD storage just means faster file access. Caching means your site doesn't rebuild every page from scratch every time someone visits. A CDN helps load your site faster for people in different locations. If your host makes you install 5 extra plugins just to make your site usable, that's a red flag. Good hosting handles speed in the background. You shouldn't have to fight for it. Next is backups. This is huge. Let me ask you something. If your site broke right now, could you restore it in 1 click? Most small business owners don't know, and that's scary. Good hosting should include daily backups, automatic backups, and easy restore. Not submit a ticket and wait. Not upgrade to our premium backup plan. It should already be included. Because plugins break, updates go wrong, and sometimes mistakes happen. Backups are peace of mind. If your host says, "We don't manage WordPress," what that really means is you're on your own. And that's not what you're paying for. Now let's talk about security. Security sounds complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Here's what matters: firewall protection, malware scanning, free SSL, protection against brute force attacks. You shouldn't need 3 paid security plugins just to feel safe. Good hosting blocks most problems before they ever reach your site. But no hosting is perfect. But good hosting reduces risk, it lowers stress, it makes you feel protected, not exposed. If you're constantly worried about being hacked, that's usually a hosting issue. Now let's talk about support. This might be the most important one. Because when something goes wrong, you don't want a chatbot, you don't want a script, you don't want a link to a help article. You want a real human who understands WordPress. Let me say this clearly. You're not paying for server space. You're paying for support when something breaks. If your site goes down and support takes 48 hours to respond, that's not good hosting. If they blame you for everything, that's not good hosting. Good support says, "Don't worry, we'll fix this." That's worth money. Now let's talk about what doesn't matter. This is where people overpay. Unlimited bandwidth. Most small business sites will never use it. 99.9999% uptime. It sounds impressive, but almost all decent hosts are close to that anyway. AI-powered cloud infrastructure. Well, that's just marketing. Here's the truth. Most small business websites are under 2 gigabytes in size. You don't need a data center. You need stability. You need reliability, and you need peace of mind. Don't let fancy words distract you. So how do you know if you're overpaying? You're probably overpaying if your site is still slow, if you pay extra for backups, if you need extra security plugins, if support sends you Google links, and if you're scared to update WordPress. That means hosting is not doing its job. Hosting should make WordPress easier. Let me say that again. Hosting should make WordPress easier, not harder. If you're comfortable, drop your hosting company name in the comments. I'll tell you what to look out for. Let's keep this simple. Good WordPress hosting should keep your site fast, protect your site, back up your site, support you when something breaks. That's it. You don't need enterprise cloud scaling. You need peace of mind. If you haven't yet checked the pinned comment for the hosting checklist, use it to compare your current host. And if this video helped you feel more confident about your hosting, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want simple WordPress help made for small business owners like you. And tell me in the comments, what host are you using right now? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.